Hello.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the show.
Hello,
I'm
Chris.
Chris Harmon.
How are you?
I'm Chris. How you doing, Kelly?
Good. Excited about tonight?
Oh, it's going to be a great time. Hey, it's my first time actually working one-on-one with you on a show. I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be a great
Me
night.
too.
For those who are new here, a little background about myself. I'm Chris Harmon. I'm a UFO field investigator with MUFON. I'm also a psychic medium and remote viewer. I also I'm a certified hypnotherapist and a certified professional photographer and a paranormal investigator. And of course, I'm here with my great friend Angela my great friend Kelly. I had Angela with me last night. She's also a good friend. I got so many friends. They're all right here. So,
And I heard you do hypnosis. And how does that help a person? Can you let people know how that helps?
yeah, what I do is I do kind of like therapeutic hypnosis. I have a consultation with a person, and with that consultation, I find out their likes and dislikes, just fun stuff like what are their favorite colors, vacation spots, hobbies, things they enjoy, and I use that and craft that into their meditation hypnosis. Because when I do the hypnosis or somebody, I'm not just going to put them to sleep and start changing their behavior patterns. No, I'm going to usually get a person relaxed, just talk to them, and then I'll do a little meditation where I'll take them on maybe a vacation or take them someplace using what they told me they like and don't like. I'll use the positive stuff to put them back, kind of like in a trance, and they're seeing all this beautiful stuff. While they're seeing this stuff, I find out what it is that's bothering them. Maybe they got a fear of heights, or a fear of spiders, or maybe a fear of airplanes. Well, I'll take what they like and use that to replace the way they see the negative. Let's say they have a fear of black cats, because some people do. They won't even go near them. So I find out what it is about the cats they don't like. Well, they don't like the color of it because they hear so many bad things. So I will use hypnosis to replace that, to take that fear of that color of the cat away, and replace it with all these positive things. Well, the cat loves you. The cat looks up to you as a friend. The cat's more afraid of you maybe than you are of it. Now even have them get comfortable, and then I'll have them hold on to that cat. Maybe it's not really there, but they think it is. They hold on to the cat, and I told them, hey, tell the cat, how you really feel about animals and stuff. Well, I love cats. I just don't like black ones. Well, here's a black one that loves you, and we just it varies per person. But what happens is, over time, after a few sessions, instead of looking at that cat and running away, they now see the beauty of that cat. They now see the positive things. Maybe while they were in that trance, that cat was hugging them and kissing them and loving them. And maybe I even do a session and convince them that cat gives them good luck. So every time they see a black cat, positive things happen. Immediately they start thinking positive stuff. So over time, they can get, so let's say 2 or 3 sessions, maybe 4 at the most. By the time we're done, they can now look at a black cat and immediately they start thinking positive thoughts. They start seeing the love from that cat. And I basically have shifted their mindset, because when you take because everybody maybe has a fear or something that bothers them. That's why they come to me for hypnosis.
Yes.
So I take what it is that's bothering them, or smoking habits, weight loss, stress, anxiety, you name it. I take that and I rebrand that, per se, with everything they like. So now everything that they didn't like about it, they're now seeing things they do like, and only that. And that pretty much is how I don't want to use the term cure, but I help them overcome that obstacle.
That sounds so helpful. Neat.
Because let's pretend you had a smoking habit and you wanted to quit. If I sat you down and said, quit, just quit, that doesn't do you any good. But if I was to help you overcome the cigarette, because maybe by the time I get done with you, that cigarette tastes funny to you, it looks funny to you, it no longer has that appeal. Over time, it becomes more tasteless, more aggravating to you. Now you're done because I rebranded that.
It sounds so wonderful that you can help people that way.
And
And
anybody,
I believe it really, really does help too. Yes.
oh yes, and anybody out there is watching, if you need some hypnosis, you can find me on Facebook at Otherworld Hypnosis. I take any clients, doesn't matter where you're at. We do it over a Zoom call or even just a basic phone call. It only takes an hour, maybe half hour per day, your choice. And my prices are reasonable because I'm not working to make money. I'm working to help. So just let me know and we'll get you set up.
Neat. Tonight, I wanted to let the people know that we're going to talk about new readings for our deceased loved ones. Our loved ones never really go away. The energies need creating or destroyed. It just changes form. And know that around the holidays, they love being around us and giving us love and support and, many, many different signs and you can feel them give you a hug, or you can find pennies, you can find feathers, that hear songs that let you know that your loved ones are all around you. Smells. Go ahead.
I got a good example of that. A couple years ago, Christmas time, our family had bought a beautiful brand new Christmas tree that the whole tree just changes colors every so often. It switches like white, blue, purple, and just real beautiful. And I was taking photos of it to show my friend, Rachel, and my best friend. And upon reviewing the photos, in the kitchen, or not kitchen, the dining room, which faces the living room, sitting in the same spot he always sat in, smoking a cigarette and having his coffee, was my grandfather, clear as a bell.
He came to visit. Neat.
And so, yeah, loved ones do come around. They come around even more than we realize. And sometimes because I get a lot of smells of my grandmother's cologne, not cologne, her lotion that she used to put on. Sometimes I'll get that whiff of lotion out of the clear blue, and she's there. But then I also recognize a pattern too. A lot of times, if I'm worried about something or have something on my mind that's kind of stressful, that's when I get those smells from her or whatever, almost like a reassurance that hey, it's okay.
Yes, my mom will buzz in and I'll smell her little lotion, or she'll, always she used to pat my shoulder, and she'll pat my shoulder, or if I'm cooking something, I'll feel her behind me, and sometimes she'll say, she used to call me Kelly girl. She'll say, "Good morning, Kelly girl," just as plain as day.
My grandfather always called me Chris boy, so every now and then I'll be just going about my day and I'll just get that word that pops into my head, like, why am I thinking that? Well, he must be here.
Yep, they buzz through and let us know that we're being thought of.
So if anybody would like go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're first.
And they manipulate electrical things too,
Yes.
to let you know that they're around. Like they'll let a light flicker, or I used to have a TV that used to change channels back in the day, and that was always my dad goofing around. It's like, all righty then.
Yeah, of course, back in those days, you probably had to get up and manually change the TV channel. I did that back in my day too, until I found something Dad wanted to watch.
And then the ears, you had to like move the ears to get a better reception.
Or sometimes if you get a good reception this way, now hold it there. Now just hold it there for a while until my show is over.
Right. We're dating ourselves. Those were the days.
Yeah. So go ahead, Kelly. I was going to say, if anybody would like a psychic reading from Kelly, please let us know, because we're going to have a good time tonight and enjoy ourselves.
Well, we'll see if they ask for one in the room. Let's see.
Let me. I got talking here with my friend Kelly, and my first time working with Kelly, so I'm really enjoying this. So I forgot to check the chat. So if I missed anybody, I do apologize. This is an honor to work with the great Kelly.
It's an honor to work with you.
We got one from let's see here. Maria says, "How many kids you feel me having?"
Oh, we answered that many moons ago. She's probably going to have a couple, too, boy and a girl. Virgil says that his wife had a smell. He smells her. I guess she's passed on.
All right, and let's see, who else do we have here? Roger says hi. Hello, Roger. We have
Hi, Roger.
Nice to see everybody here tonight. Glad you can make it here to the show. And we got greetings from Manchester, England. Thank you for watching.
Hi, Virgil.
Virgil. Okay, and then we got Roger. Hey, Chris. Hello, everybody.
Dell. Chris says he'd like a reading of his passed on people. You want to see who you pick up on first, and then I'll go after you for Chris.
All right, sure. No, you go ahead and go first. I insist.
Well, I feel like your grandfather is around you on your dad's side. And who's the person that had like a goatee and a limp on the right side? So that person is around you. And then there's also a person that's older, way back, like 1900s. He was wearing a bowler hat. He's like 5'7", and he always worked with numbers. He like did accounting, and he had like a cane for looks. It wasn't, but he also had it to help with his sturdiness. So I see that. And then there's a tall, elegant woman who always wore her hair up in it wasn't a bun, but she'd wear it up with bobby pins in the back. It was like very French, a French updo. And she played the piano. So I don't know who these people are, but that's who I see. And you have a black dog. It was like 70 pounds, medium sized, and all black, floppy ears. Our pets go with us too. So let us know about that.
Yes, I do feel like the dog was definitely a wonderful companionship. I feel like the dog had a special place in the family and in the heart. And I feel like the woman that you're talking about was a very loving soul. She really had almost like a constant giving heart to her. I feel like maybe even a baker, not like she made a lot of pastries or something. I feel it's kind of like a sweetness to her.
Yeah, I can smell cinnamon rolls. And the sweet
cinnamon rolls. I keep wanting to, yeah.
That's what I'm smelling. Smell-o-vision.
If there's any left, we're right here for the next 45 minutes. And let's see, who else do we have? Oh, we have Rita says hi. Hello, Rita.
Hi.
And then I'm not sure who this is, but he says hello, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, Eric. His name's Eric.
Hi, Eric.
And if anybody would like a reading, please, or have a question, please put it in the chat. We'll do our best to answer. And so when did you first notice you were a psychic, Kelly?
I was itty bitty. I was, believe it or not, I was 2. And I remember my crib, it was beechwood, had a lamb on it and 5 daisies. And this man that was 6 foot tall, white hair, blue eyes, and stocky would bend over my crib and play with me. And I told Mom that man was playing with me. And it was my great grandpa Owens, whom I never met. He passed on before I was born, but he would come in my room and play with me.
Oh, wonderful. Well, the first time I noticed I was psychic would have been probably when I was just a little kid. I knew things I couldn't understand how I knew the answers to. I didn't know it was called being psychic. I didn't. First time I learned what a psychic was watching. It was a woman on television. A lot of people probably heard of her, Sylvia Brown. She was
Yeah.
reading to an audience. I thought, well, that's pretty cool. She knows things. I said, I sometimes know things. As I got older, I began to realize maybe I have that ability because it seems like I do. I would just know things out of the clear blue before they would happen, and even when people would be talking, I would think, well, that ain't true, or that ain't going to work. And I had a very good ability of noticing when people were lying to me.
Yeah, LIDAR, I call it.
What do you call it?
LIDAR.
LIDAR. Even the place where I work at in my day job, there's times people will be talking, I'm like, I don't think that's true, but of course, when you're at work, you just keep your mouth shut. But yeah, that's how I found out. I just learned as I grew older. I learned, and there were times when things were very, very profound, and I'm like, okay, I must be psychic because how do I know this deeply about this or that?
Me too. And I would see ghosts all the time, or and I thought everybody could see it. Like we'd go on a field trip and we'd go to like an old 1800s school, and I'd see the school marm standing on the porch, and I thought everybody else could see her, but they couldn't. So it's like, oopsie. And I could tell when there was going to be a snowstorm, or tell kids about things. And also I would pick up on health things, like this one little girl her mom was very ill, and they thought that she wasn't going to make it. I said, your mommy's going to be okay. And her mom did recover, and she was fine.
All right, I get that way sometimes when I'm working my day job. An older person will come through the checkout lane or come through the store, and I'll get a sense that they're not feeling too good, or even times I'll think, well, that person doesn't have a whole lot longer left. I hate to feel that way, but I do the best I can to help them and send some prayers and love their way. And we have in the chat room, he says, I think everyone is open at that age. I think everyone is open at that age. Something either get or second and shut it off. Yeah.
Well, some people don't have the support behind them, so it scares them and they stop using their gifts. They shut it off.
Right. and once you obtain your abilities, or really start to harness your abilities more affluent, it is kind of hard sometimes to shut it on and off because you just know things too much at times.
You have to tell your guides and guardian angels that you need to be turned off, because they'll give you information till the cows come home. And, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm human and you're going to fry me. Thank you. Stop.
And then somebody asked in the chat, are more women psychic than men? I don't think it's really one way or the other. I think it's kind of an even balance.
I agree, because it's like you either have the gift or you don't. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. I think it's more of a spiritual thing than
right.
Male
and animals, especially if you ever watch animals are very good at being psychic because they don't have all the problems. See, here's one thing that I've come to realize is that when you're born in this world, you're born wide open because you don't have anything blocking your abilities. But then once you start to walk, talk, grow, and learn, that gap of that psychicness begins to close. And the older and the more you're going about your daily routines, learning things, that gap gets smaller because you don't use it, because you didn't even know you had it. But animals, they're wide open at all times. They don't have all the bills and the frustrations to go through. And they see spirits instantly, that they can see spirits that we don't even see because their eyes have that wavelength.
Oh, totally. And then Whitman wrote a poem about being aware and then losing it. I don't know what the name of the poem is, but I remember reading that poem that Whitman had wrote.
In fact, I remember when I had one of my first ET encounters. I say one of the first ones I ever actually saw physically. I turned around behind me to see if my cat, because I had a white Himalaya with blue eyes, my best friend in the whole world, one of them. And I turned around to see if my cat was looking at this ET. My cat was, but my cat was just had this expression like, yeah, it's just him.
Yeah, I've had encounters with ETs too. You know, they, believe it or not, they landed in the backyard at the farmhouse, and they were like the blonde sing-songy ones with the like gray suits with the swish, and they showed me world events that were going to happen in the future, and you know they also showed that there was going to be like a little war. It's a big war, but in 1991 there would be a war, and then there would be another war at this time at 2025. You know, they showed that. They showed that there would be like a pandemic. They showed, but the world would, you know, as long as there's people that believe the world can be saved, they say. And they say, go ahead.
I was going to say, Andrew in the chat says, is there anything any of us guides, is there anything any of my guides want me to know about what's ahead in the immediate future?
You need to not second guess yourself so much. You also are going to have a proposal given to you for the sale of property, and it will be a good deal. So pull the trigger and do it. Go ahead, Chris.
Yes. One thing I want to say is that go with what your first thought is, because normally I feel like you have the right answers, but you second guess yourself, and then you end up picking answers, or not answers, but picking ideas that maybe you wish you hadn't picked. So what I mean by that is go with your gut instinct. Go with what you feel is right, and don't think about, well, maybe I should do this instead. Go with your heart. Let your heart guide you.
And let's see. Anna wants to know. Anne wants to know, will I hear from my long distance male friend? There's a delay around that, but you'll hear later. It's probably after the holiday season.
All right, let me go through the chat here. Andrew, of course, says thank you for the reading, and
Virgil wants one from you, Chris.
Okay. A reading for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can tune in here. Thank you, Virgil, for coming and watching. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. And Virgil, I feel like you need to I almost want to say unwind more, because I feel like you get tense a lot. Like, I feel like sometimes you tense up, and even just when you try to relax, your mind is constantly racing. Even though you try to relax, you still get that must go feeling. So I feel like you need to just maybe just relax more, and it wouldn't hurt to just close your eyes. And I don't want to use the term like more like just kind of relax and maybe meditate a little bit. Just let your body just unwind, because if you unwind more, you're going to release all the bad toxins and all the bad negativity from you. Just let it all just loosen up, and I feel like you'll be a lot better.
And then you got to trust yourself.
And his grandmother might even be around him. I got a friend of mine saying, Rachel here, saying that she thinks grandmother might be around him too. And are you picking up on a grandmother or anything,
Yeah.
Kelly?
Yep. Grandmother, she was short and had about 10 kids.
Thanks, Rachel, and thank you, Kelly, for that.
And Dell wants to know, somebody doing something to get her attention. Yeah, that's your aunt on your dad's side's trying to get your attention. She likes to hang out in the living room on the left-hand side. So I don't know what would be on the left-hand side of the living room, but she's been hanging out lately trying to get your attention. So sit quietly and listen. She'll give you a message.
Yeah,
What do
you might see her out of the corner of your eye, kind of like a peeping Tom shadow. I'll never forget. I will tell this story to everybody. Years ago, I had bought an arcade machine, and we had it in the basement because it's too big to have in the upstairs. And oh, my best friend says, "Thanks, Chris. Thank you, Rachel." Anyways, I was down playing the arcade machine. Out of the corner of my eye, I see this shadow just casually walking, and it goes right through the walls, just right on towards like the garage and outside. And my first thought was, "That's my dad. Wonder what he's up to this time of night." But when I turned around to get a good look, it was just gone. It went right through the walls, and it was one of the first real shadow figures, other than ET, that I could honestly say that I seen, and that really that memory always stuck with me. I still to this day not for sure who that was.
It was a ET, and you've always been picked up since a kid.
Thank you for that, Kelly.
And they're benevolent. They're good guys. They're the bad guys.
Yeah, I know they're good guys because I've always felt pleasant around them. I mean, I will admit, even as a kid, I felt they were scared at times. But the older I got, the more I've studied, learned, and it's all peaceful. And we have a lot of great people. I want to thank everybody here tonight in the chat because you guys are really you guys are the backbone of our show in a way. So
yes, thank you, everybody. Anybody else have another question?
Oh, Robert says, will the universe grant my manifestations any time in the near future?
You have a big change coming to you 2026 of February. So look for that to happen. You got sales, you got moves, you got savings, you got starting of a whole new business. So be ready. You know, your rest is over. Be ready to rock and roll. What do you get, Chris?
Be ready because I feel like this is going to be a change for the positive. This is going to be all positive for you. There may be times that when you feel like, and we all have this thing where we feel like things aren't working out for us, but it all makes sense in the end, and you're going to see the positiveness at the end. So you may go through a hurdle or two, but jump over that hurdle because there's blessings at the end. I hear the word blessings like 2 or 3 times in my ear. Blessings at the end.
It'll be great. And Daldo, yeah, sometimes you don't. I'm answering Daldo. Sometimes you don't expect the passed on person it is because you might not know them well, but they're the ones that come forward. It's whoever speaks loudest. You know, It isn't, the one that you want to come through sometimes. Sometimes people get PO'd because the one they want to come through don't. But it's the one that you need to hear from most. So that's it.
All right, let's go through the chat here. Robert says thank you for us, and even Virgil says thanks and you're welcome. If anybody else has a question for the chat, go ahead. And I do want to say, have you ever had any ET experiences yourself, Kelly?
Oh yeah, I told you I got picked up, and they showed me the world events.
Oh, that's right. And
I've had ships follow me. I was living out in Arizona, and I had one keeping time with the side of the car. And then I've also seen like a whole dance. I call it a sky dance. I was over San Francisco Peaks. It was like they did like a circle and then a star, and they all broke off. And many times we saw a flap of my mom, my grandma, and me. We saw a flap of UFOs over Michigan in 1971. And it was on the news and everything. It was, so I've always been, Mom, she had an encounter of she saw like space beings in like a white suit underneath an overpass. A space being, and she was followed in the woods by like an eye. She said it looked like a giant eyeball that was following her all through the woods. She said she ran all the way home.
We got Andrea in the chat. She says, today is my dad Hector's anniversary for when he was called home. May I ask, please, for my dad's beautiful spiritual sisters and family to pray for us?
Yes. And your dad's around you. He's sitting he likes to sit in the chair in the living room, and he's going through a photo album. So he's doing memories. And who is it that smoked a cherry tobacco? Because I smell cherry tobacco.
I was getting ready to say cigarette smoke. Kind of reminds me of the Swisher Sweets, if you remember those.
Yep, it smells like cherry tobacco. Yep. So let us know in the chat what you think.
So everybody who's watching at home, or if you're around the house or even at a relative's house, and you smell familiar things that remind you of your relatives, it's probably because they're there with you and they're letting you know.
Absolutely. That way you can't deny it.
Right. And if you don't smell anything or don't think they're around you, ask them to give you a sign. Say, please give me something to let me know you're here, like a smell or a sound or something. A lot of times they can do smells and even whispers.
Yep, absolutely. And they wait. Sometimes you're too static to get a hold of while you're awake, so they can come to you in a dream because you're quiet then.
Well, all my grandfathers came to me in dreams quite a bit, and sometimes it helps to have a notepad and paper, write things down immediately when you wake up before you forget it.
Yeah, and don't go piddle because you'll piddle your dream away.
Right.
You have to write it down before you go to the bathroom. I'm not being rude.
No, you're all right. Oh, Kelly Joe says, when will I hear from my long-distance male friend, please?
Yes, you will. It looks like after Christmas. I don't know why so long. And Dale says that she helped her aunt pass over 5 years after her being in limbo. So I guess that's your aunt let you know she's okay.
And my best friend. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Kelly.
Go ahead.
Oh, my best friend Rachel wants to know, what's my best friend Kate up to right now?
She's moved and she's done her soul's work. I feel like you'll hear from her. So look to get a phone call from her.
Sounds great. Thank you, Kelly, and thank you, Rachel, for participating and watching.
Would my female spirit at work still like to connect with her? Please and thank. Yes, Chris, it will. You will work with her. So she's a spirit of the building. So she worked there like back in 1960s. 1960s. What do you get, Chris?
Yeah, around that same time. It'll be, I don't want to use the term heavy, but it'll definitely be you're definitely you're on the right path when that moment comes. It's going to be very clear. There's no question to that. When it happens, you're going to be like, all right.
Thank you, Chris. Let's see, Doug. I don't know if I'm going to slaughter this thing. Doug Axon. Ever wonder why Bigfoot has never been caught? He asked, interdimensional being. Absolutely, he's an interdimensional being. That's why. What do you think?
Yeah, he's an interdimensional being. He can come back and forth. And I do believe that the Bigfoot is here to help us as well as the ETs. I don't think they don't mean any harm. I knew a friend, I didn't know her personally, but a person that I've spoke to, she used to leave peanut butter out for Bigfoot. And then Bigfoot would come eat that jar of peanut butter. It'd be a large jar. And he put it back on her doorstep like a few days later to say, hey, I need more peanut butter.
I believe that they're friendly, but I believe also they're territorial. If you invade them, they're gonna stick up for themselves. I believe that.
Well, yeah, it's just like humans. I mean, they mark a place as their home, and they don't want anybody just invading it or intruding in it.
Right. You wouldn't like it if we walked into your living room.
Depends what time of day. Never mind that answer, but
right. Never mind. Eric says, is Sabrina okay? I get yes. She's okay. What do you get?
yeah, she's okay. I feel like she's going through some stuff, but she'll work it out. It's just she'll come to the realization. And we have Anna says, Kelly Joe, will this long distance male friend ask me to live together? His initials is L.
You have to get to know each other first. I don't get it anytime soon. What do you get, Chris?
Yeah, get to know each other and open up your hearts and share secrets and share good moments together, and then you guys will know what the right time is when it comes. Sometimes it's better not to have an exact date or an answer right off because it kind of ruins the fun of getting to that point. But I think everything will be okay. Just enjoy it. Take your time and enjoy each other's time together.
I agree with you. Yep. Get to know each other. Don't rush it. Just see where it goes.
Because I will say one thing for everybody who's listening: marriage and planning a wedding and being married always sounds like the greatest thing in the world and sounds fun. But one of the best things in the world is to really get to know somebody and become a great friend with them, and really get to know them inside and out, and then kind of build from there.
Absolutely.
Years ago. Oh, go ahead, Kelly. I don't mean to step on you.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was once told years ago by a friend of mine who's passed away. He said that if you can sit comfortably at a dinner table and eat dinner with somebody and just enjoy the moment of being there, then you found the right person.
I agree. I always tell people live together for a year and no horns and tails before you marry them.
Right.
And you have to make sure that you can put up with idiosyncrasies, that it don't become an irritation.
And somebody says, is Elvis Presley still alive? Just kidding.
No. He is long gone.
Darn.
I'm sorry.
Well, my heart's not too broken. Paul McCartney's still alive.
He'd be, over 100 now, right?
Yeah, not too far from it. 1935 he was born, so yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah, he'd be really old.
Anna says, pull this up here. The issue that was the issue that we live for away, and the only way to get to know him is to move together.
I don't understand what she wants to know.
I'm not sure either. Oh, Anna says, I'm not saying marriage, but to get to know him. I feel like the more time you spend together and the more you speak to each other, the more you're going to learn about each other, and things will kind of go from there.
Right. I agree with Chris. So
sometimes it's better not to make too many plans, just be happy in the moment, and then kind of make plans and do things together.
Right. And then you guys can always fly back and forth together, and that get to know each other little by little, and there you go.
long before we had social media, people would write letters to each other and just chat on the phone, and they would just be happy, and things would just kind of build from there. But okay, we got one from Virgil. He says, "I will take it." He says, "I will take it slowly, and we will, and will wait at least one night before I slide to Ivis cronies."
I
Not
have
sure
no
what.
idea.
Yeah. And it says it's not too hard to fly back and forth, and
Any other questions, you guys, before we say adieu?
if you have any questions, put it in the chat room. And so, what do you think about this? I don't know if you've heard about this, Kelly, about the 3-eye atlas that's floating in space.
I believe that it's a information gathering thing.
Right.
I believe it is alien. I believe it's, and I think it's to watch and to observe and gather information. I don't think it's harmful.
No, I don't think it's harmful. Just something that gathers information, and like you said, a watch type thing. It's not doing any harm of any kind. I don't even think, from what I'm picking up on, within 6 months it'll be old news already. But at that point,
It'll probably jet off to on another. It's on a trajectory to go somewhere.
yeah.
So I think it'll be past us in a little while.
Sure.
And two, there's a new galaxy opening up. Maybe they'll go through the portal.
That could be, and I think the portal that portal you're discussing could be our next future in the upcoming years. In some ways,
yeah, because it's like I think that we have parallel universes that go on all the time.
Right.
But that's what I think. Not everybody else has to believe what I believe, but that's what I feel.
Sure.
Well, I thank you very much. I hope you have a good Christmas. And I'll be seeing you again before Christmas, probably.
Sure. And I got one psychic question for you, and that is my future for next year. Do you see me leaving the grocery store, or do you see me staying at my day job?
I see you have to do it one more year, and then you'll be able to leave and do your own stick.
Thank you very much. And I want to say to you, Kelly, this has been a fantastic evening. I look forward to working with you in the future.
You too. And
the biggest
have a great night.
The biggest thanks goes to our chat room. So thanks, everybody.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.